English Teacher, Part 2. Becoming an effective teacher. Teaching is one of these things that everybody thinks he or she can do better than the experts. Teachers can do something and do something they teach. Like any other professional activity, teaching requires a cultivated ability. To be done exceptionally well, it also requires a special talent and a sense of vocation. There are born teachers just as there are born statesmen or born musicians. It's a statement given by Royal Bank 1989 PI. An overview. In choosing to become a teacher, you have decided to enter a helping profession. Through a professional development process which really began with your interest in entering this profession, you can become a successful learning facilitator. To achieve this goal, you will need to master curriculum subject matter and acquire excellent people skills. That is, the communication and interpersonal group skills. You will also need to develop an empathetic perception, that is, consciously sharing the values and feelings of others from their point of view, of the needs and the goals of your community. The parents of the children and the young people in its education system, your colleagues, and above all, your students. This chapter will introduce you to various practical techniques of professional development. You will learn and record more about yourself and your motivations as a learning facilitator. You will become more familiar with the principles and practices of a student-centered education. You will begin to target specific teaching competencies in practice teaching sessions, both in micro-teaching lab and in the community classrooms. You will form the foundation of habit of reflective teaching. To be or not to be a teacher, an English teacher. Years ago or more recently, you made a big decision. You decided to become a teacher. Your decision involves accepting a heavy responsibility, since after students' home environment, the teacher is the next most important factor in her or his development. Of course, you did not make your decision to teach cold, for you have had years of exposure to teachers who use different approaches and methods. Your perception of teaching will change, however, when you move from a place in front of a desk to a place behind it. At this point, it may help you clarify your thinking to define the term teacher, first in the broadly understood sense of the world itself, and second in its personal significance for you. What makes a teacher? Teachers function in many capacities, and as your experience in teaching grows, you will need to become familiar with performing a broad range of roles, all of which you bear in an important relation to your professional development. Some of the roles are described here. The teachers are the principals, headmasters, headmistresses, head teachers, coordinators, supervisors, counselors, trainers, role models. They are the motivators, inspirers, and I can't find a simple noble profession all throughout the world that does not fix into a teacher. A teacher can make himself or herself, and a teacher can unmake himself or herself. It all depends upon the teacher, a very noble creature, a very noble profession, and that's how we move along with it.